Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Derek James says Errol Spence, if he's going to fight, he should fight Terence Crawford.
Everybody love EJ, man. Everybody, like, we haven't really heard from him since the loss with Crawford.
I'm focused on my other guys, so I'm really not. I talked to him maybe 3 weeks ago, or whatever. But it's like everybody, you can't look back. That's the issue. Everybody keep looking back, right? And you can't move forward and looking back. You're gonna bump into everything that's in front of you.
Is it possibility to you a rematch with Crawford? Like, is that something that you would want as the coach?
I would say this: if you're gonna fight, I would think that would be a fight to fight.
As the coach?
I would say this: if you're gonna fight, I would think that would be a fight to fight. You can't move forward and looking back. You're gonna bump into everything that's in front of you.
Is it possibility to you a rematch with Crawford? Like, is that something that you would want as the coach?
I would say this: if you're gonna fight, I would think that would be a fight to fight.
Derek James thinks if Errol Spence is going to fight, then the fight to make is him and Terence Crawford. But what's the holdup? I'll tell you what the holdup is, in my opinion, is what happened in that first fight. I don't care what anybody says. Errol Spence don't need to mess with Terence Crawford. Errol Spence needs to retire. To hear Derek James, boxing fans are going to have opinions. Some think Errol Spence at 154 does a lot better. Some people feel at 160 he's even better, even stronger. I don't personally think that. I think no matter what weight he fights at, I think Errol Spence is going to struggle because of just everything he's gone through. Like, he's a broken man. And I'm not saying that in a disrespectful way. I'm saying it as a truth. It's like David Hay. He's a broken man. It's like me. I'm 48. Those guys are younger. But I remember at a certain age where I was just having, like, boxing, lifting weights, I was having pain and shit. And even when I go to the gym now, like after I finish this video, I'm going to the gym. It's just some things you just can't do anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna come out here. I don't have the speed I once had. I have pain. I've had surgeries. And when you go through something like what Errol Spence has gone through, he just can't make me believe that he's going to somehow recapture that physical talent that he had before the car accident. And with all the training and after getting beat on. Remember, and fights Errol Spence were in, it's not like he wasn't getting touched. In every fight, he gets touched. But for what he went through with Terence Crawford and then, with the eyes and everything else, it doesn't matter what weight Errol Spence fights at and who he fights. I think Errol Spence deserves to be an underdog. And I'm not saying that at all in a way to slight him. Errol Spence is a special fighter. He just, unfortunate circumstances. It's like I was saying about me going to the gym. I'm not benching 385 pounds no more. Like, that's it. I'm not doing that. I'm not putting 315 on and hitting fucking 4 sets of 4, 4 sets of 5, then dropping down to 295 and doing 4 sets of 6 and 275 and doing 4 sets of fucking 6 to 8, then 225, doing like 3 sets of 20, and then 135 and just burning it out. Like, that's what I used to do. Those days are over, man. And especially even when I go in and I start feeling good now, I don't go over 225 pounds on the bench, man. I went up to 245 for some reps, but if you only understand what my body feels when I get underneath that shit, you know what I'm saying? It's uncomfortable. So if Errol Spence isn't comfortable, if he's having pain, if he's having issues and everything, he doesn't need to fight. But it makes me wonder, what's the psychology on Derek James for Derek James to say, if Errol Spence is going to fight, he should fight Terence Crawford. Now, to that I say to Derek James, in the most respectful way, is that he should hold his horses and stop taking it to the stupid. I don't understand how he somehow thinks that Errol Spence should come back and fight Terence Crawford. And this is why I keep saying, I'm going to do another video on this, you know. What does Derrick James know? What does he know that he's not letting on? He knows something. Got to. You can't sit there and watch Errol Spence get beat the way he got beat and then somehow be like, yeah, that's the fight he needs to make, unless it's just about money. But you just can't make me believe that there's some things that he doesn't know that he's not sharing. I truly, after listening to that, I got to, what's the psychology of this man? Or what does he know that we don't? That's the question. So we'll sit back and wait and see. I don't think Errol Spence should be fighting anymore. That's my opinion. Other people are going to think he should. But I guess we got to wait and see what Errol Spence decides to do. Wait and see if they've really separated, if he's really training somewhere else. If there are more medical concerns, we just got to wait and see. Right now we don't know because Errol Spence hasn't really said anything. Derrick James kind of gave us a little peek behind the tent flap, but he didn't really say much either. So we just got to wait and see what exactly is going on. That being said, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, all 7 continents. But pay attention to what Derrick James said. He thinks if Errol Spence is going to fight, he should fight Terence Crawford. Why would he say that? If anyone could tell me why he would say that, yo, man, I may send y'all, I got these, don't take it to the stupid cups. I'll send you one in the breeze.